Judge, today's case is cleaning lady.
He contends she just cleans and complains. She says he does nothing at all. I bet neither one of them is seeing the situation clearly.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Cheyne Young and Cassondra Young. The two of you have been together for 14 years, married for 9, and you have 4 children together. Mr. Young, you are suing Mrs. Young because you say she destroyed your PlayStation 4 and you want your $400 back. But before we get to that, Mr. Young, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, Your Honor, me and my wife have been together for 9 years, and after 9 years, we still have communication issues. And sometimes she's got a bit of an anger issue. One time we were out on our anniversary having a good time. We ended up having a little argument, and that little argument landed me living in my van for the night.
No.
For the night.
Hang on.
I thought we were gonna work it out, and I see her coming down the parking lot barefoot. I opened the door to work it out.
No.
Or to
talk to her.
Or hear what she had to say, and then she dumps juice over my head and slams the door. It's cold outside. I was sticky.
Wet?
And wet.
Mrs. Young?
Yes.
Did you throw juice on the man?
Mm-hmm.
I did, but there is a reason.
Well, tell me why.
Basically, we were on a date night, and we don't get a lot of time together. We just don't, ever. And so I'm trying to spend time with him. We came back from eating out, and he's just quiet. And I am just asking him over and over and over, like, what is wrong? Like, why are you being quiet? Why won't you talk to me? And he's like, nothing's wrong. And then he starts to say, I'm the reason why, that he is frustrated because I keep asking him that. But that that just doesn't make sense. It's like he keeps all of his feelings inside and he won't explain to me what is really going on in his head.
Was that the juice issue? Was that the day?
Yes.
And so you thought a little juice would clear that right up for you?
No, I was just trying to, I guess so. I was just so frustrated because nothing else was getting to him. Nothing else I was doing. I was talking to him, I was being nice, and he says that I don't care about his feelings, and I just want him to be happy so that way I'm happy. But that's just not always the case. I really do care about what's going on inside his head and what's stressing him out.
Was she just trying to find out what was on your mind, or was something else going on altogether?
No, if she was trying to find out what was on my mind, she'd ask me what was wrong. But she likes to ask the question, what's your issue or what's your problem?
Mm-hmm. So it's more like an invitation to fight than it really
I tell her, I was like, that's fighting. And then later on, after we get in a fight, she'll be like, oh, well, I was trying to ask you how you felt, but I think she was trying to bait me for a fight.
Mrs. Young, there's 2 ways you can go.
Right.
Baby, what's wrong?
Right.
What's your issue? Which one did you deliver?
What's your issue?
Yeah.
Because it's just, he won't say it. And then it's
I think he might be afraid of your response.
Yeah.
Do you think that might be part of the problem?
That very much could be the case. But even when I try to be softer, at least I think I am, he still won't tell me. But then a couple of days later, he'll tell me what the issue was. So there really is an issue, and it's not just me asking him that. He just doesn't want to talk about it then.
Do you think you have an anger issue? He seems to think you do. So far, the stories have confirmed that. Juice on the head if a man is out in the car because he can't get in, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you get overly angry about small things?
I think I could, but I think it just depends on how his reaction is to if I'm trying to help him and he takes it the wrong way. Or if, like me, like I like to clean the house a lot. Like I really
like a clean house.
And we have 4 kids, so it's really busy, and I have set schedule, like clean when you wake up, midtime, and at night. But he would just wait all day and just not clean and say, well, the kids are gonna play with the toys anyways, so why even clean them up? But if we just do that every day, then nothing would ever get done. And so we constantly argue over that. And I think that it's because he just doesn't want to have to do anything. He just would rather just sit there and not do anything. And he even gets mad at me when I'm trying to clean and I'm going around him and I say, it's fine, I'll clean. He gets mad at me because he feels, lazy. So he doesn't want to
you to be lazy too.
Yeah, he wants
Mr.
to.
Young, what is your response to that? What is your response?
When she cleans, she's like a train going through the house. Nobody, she can't clean around anything. She's cleaning through people. She'll run us over.
Look at me, Mr. Young.
And so the thing is she's sort of a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. So when she cleans, it's not actually cleaning. Like, it's an art form to her. So I could never match up to that. Every time I try to do something or I try to do it good, it's never good enough. And even if there's nothing to do, she'll still see it as not done because she didn't do it herself. So when I clean, I try to be effective with my time because we got 4 kids.
So we're spraying Pine Sol on the walls when I come home from school so it smells clean
no.
is something that would work.
Mr. Young.
I came home and there was dripping Pine Sol all over the walls. And I'm like, what is this?
Did you do that, Mr. Young?
Because the house is clean. It is. And so I was like, if I just make it smell like that, visually
you might get
it
somewhere.
looks clean. Yeah, and it worked for a long time. But
Then it
One day you got carried away.
drips down the wall over time, and I got caught.
Right.
I still do it.
You still do it.
I still do it.
Now, Ms. Young, I want you to, step back from yourself, open your mind wide like a prairie, and ask yourself, are you a little bit of a clean freak?
I think so. I do.
Because you said you were a perfectionist.
I want to control it. And I think that if I don't try to control it, maybe it's because that's what he also thinks. He thinks that I have control issues, so I'm trying to control how he feels. And then I'm trying to control the house. But they're like totally separate things.
But your control issue could be one thing that's affecting those 2 separate things.
Yeah, that definitely.
Do you think you might have an issue with control?
I could. I mean, just stuff in my life I haven't been able to control very much. Family not around, and both of us, we just don't have a lot of family around, a lot of support, and I can't necessarily control other people, so I probably try to control what I do have and just try to hold on to that.
I used to drink a lot, and I used to have a lot of adventures. Sometimes it costs a lot of money.
Tell me a story, one story where he was just laid back and it just honked you off. One, just one. Holy moly.
See, there's 2 types of people, I feel like. And she's a type where she wants to climb this ladder, climb this ladder, climb this ladder. There's success somewhere up there, but she keeps climbing. And I like to just be comfortable.
Enjoy the rung you're on.
Chill out and enjoy my life.
But we don't get much done.
And so around my house, she's a superhero. Like, she does everything with the kids. She'll talk to my family for me and act like she's me.
Yeah, text them for him.
She does everything. She does the laundry.
Okay, there we go.
I can't do it.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Tell
his
the story.
family will text him or call him, and he'll be like, okay, I'll get back to them. And then he never does. He'll never do it. And so I feel like he isn't putting that effort, I guess, trying to put in the effort to build a relationship, because later he'll complain about, I don't have people in my life, or that, like, I haven't talked to my mom in forever. And so when he does get a random phone call, he'll be on the phone with them for hours because he doesn't talk to his family very much. And then it's right in the middle of when we're trying to do, our life stuff, just like we're with the kids and things. And so he just takes off and he dips out and he's on the phone forever. And then we are always arguing at that, and he gets mad at me because I'm telling him that you could prioritize when you talk to your family.
I got you.
And so he's just not trying.
It took me a long time to get there, but I found it. Are you not handling your business? Are you not on top of things? Consequently, it requires your wife to be in overdrive all the time to take up the space that you have failed to fill?
I used to drink a lot, and I used to have a lot of adventures. Sometimes it costs a lot of money. Sometimes I put us in a bad spot, so.
Yeah, one time we got our tax return and he spent all of it. I mean, it was like, I don't know.
He spent all of it on what, liquor?
He went out with his brother, yeah. He said he was gonna, it was at work. He said he was gonna buy a flat screen TV. So I told him where the money was. It was at home. And no.
No.
no flat
The money
screen.
was gone and nothing came in the house.
Yeah, and then he was gone.
Do you agree that happened, or do you have another version of that story?
Well, I decided I'd go to the casino just for a minute. I was winning, and then I don't know what happened.
I tell you what happened. The odds happened. The odds are always in favor of the house. You know that.
Yeah.
That's how they keep the drinks free.
I was pretty inappropriate for about maybe 10 years.
Yeah, out of it.
That's a long time to be out of pocket, Mr. Young. Long time. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. Mr. Young, have you been less than appropriate for a number of years?
I was pretty inappropriate for about maybe 10 years.
Yeah, out of it.
That's a long time to be out of pocket, Mr. Young. Long time. Do you think that possibly, just possibly, she's over the top about controlling things because she was never quite sure what you would do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm sure that sometimes she wondered that. But it's not like that anymore.
How long have you been appropriate?
I think I've been appropriate for about 4 or 5 years.
Has he been appropriate for 4 or 5 years?
But it's like the opposite now. So like he is there. I don't have to wonder like where he's at and spending our money, but he's there.
He's just there.
He's just there. And like, can you go help me with this? Okay. And then he won't do it. And I'm like, can you just go do it? And he won't do it. So then I'll get up and I will just go do it and I'll get mad at him. And he's like, nobody has to just jump when you say jump.
No, that's because she complains about everything that I do. I can't grocery shop. I can't do laundry. I can't clean anything,
because he goes to the store and he just picks whatever. Like, you know, I like
Do you
coupons.
give him a list?
Yes, but he will buy the most expensive version of everything and just say it's for convenience, or buy 3 of everything because I didn't know which one. And I often do coupons. I mean, all the time.
You 100%. You in it to win it.
And everybody always says that at the store, that I do a good job. They're like, wow. And so he'll just spend all the money and he'll come back with nothing and like 3 things.
I got you. Tell me what happened to your PlayStation 4.
So she gets angry at me, and sometimes she takes it out on my things. And so this one time, she was getting angry with me, and so I decided I would just take my stuff and go to the living room, like I usually do. So I got my backpack full of clothes, I got my TV, I got my PlayStation, and I'm gonna move out to the front.
Living room.
And so on one of my trips back to the bedroom, she had taken my PlayStation and decided to throw it on the ground. Now, I'm not out doing stupid things a lot, and so, I mean, when I'm at home, that's what I do.
So what happened to the PlayStation?
It went into a few pieces, like 4.
But the thing is, when I was, during that point, he was just not listening to me. And so he thinks now, like, okay, I'm not gonna leave, like he wasn't gonna leave.
No,
He's just
I
gonna
just
go
didn't
into
agree
the
with you.
living room. He's gonna go into the living room, and that's gonna just make it better if we just don't talk about the issues. And I'm like, no, you need to come back, we need to talk about these issues, and we need to fix this. We need to fix it right now. And he just is like, no, I don't wanna talk about it, I don't wanna talk about it.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Young. I think in a lot of ways you are the author of your own angst. I think she's a little hard to live with. She's hyper clean and super controlling, and I think she's got a temper. She came in here all nice and sweet and polite, but I think at home she can start a fire and keep that sucker burning for a long, long time until she can come out with that juice and pour it and put it out. I honestly believe that. I see that. I know it wasn't here, but I know what you're talking about. I really do understand it. But I think you authored a lot of that. First of all, when you carried on for 10 years, it's different. Women like to be secure. We like to be comfortable and know that our stuff is taken care of. And when you're off on your adventures, and your adventures cost money, and she doesn't know how you're gonna do, that's very stressful. So when she can't control you, she controls everything she can, which is the cleanliness, the house, and then she's at you about what you're talking about. And then I'm gonna applaud you. Absolutely. You went from inappropriate to appropriate, and I appreciate it. I'm sure she appreciates it as well. But in addition to not actively causing chaos, you ought to also contribute meaningfully to the union. You can't just hang loose, take all your stuff into the living room and camp with the PlayStation and let her handle all of the business. She wants a partner, my man. I think she loves the living daylights out of you. She wouldn't have stayed 10 years with all that nonsense if she didn't love you. And what I want you to do is love her enough to give her what she needs in terms of an active, interested companion. You think you could do that for me, Mr. Young?
I love her with all my heart.
I didn't ask you if you loved her. Didn't ask that at all. I don't question your love for her. What I'm questioning is the manner in which you convey that love. Love unexpressed doesn't do anything for her at all. It makes you feel warm and fuzzy when you see her, but it doesn't do a thing for her because you're not expressing it. You with me, Mr. Young?
Yeah. So...
Can you come on, Mr. Young? Mr. Young. Come on. Just wind it up. Give me some energy.
All right.
Actively participate in this union with this woman so you can stay out of the car and keep the juice off your head. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right, it took you a while to get there, but you
Yes.
got there. All right,
Yes.
Judge Lynch, she kind of sided with you, too. How do you feel?
I finally see that maybe he might get it. Maybe he'll get it.
Do you get it or what?
I
You step
do.
up and be a participant here?
I do. I completely understand where she comes from, and I love her, so I will give more effort.
Stay in the bedroom, maybe don't pack your bags.
Yo.
Stay out of the living room.
Yeah, no.
No juice on the head, right? We're good?
We'll agree.
Follow us on Instagram for additional content from this case and preview our next all-new episode.